Good morning, my Kids Worship friends. Most of the Kids Indicator already know me, but for those in Madison, my name is Laura Hellard. For now, we're not going to be meeting together in the same room each Sunday. Each week during this live stream worship service, we're going to take a few minutes to do some of the same things we usually do in Kids Worship. We'll review our verse for the month, we'll pray for our missionaries, and highlight the passage you and your family can discuss together during the week. Your parents will be receiving an email each week, so make sure you ask them about it. Our pastor for this month is Vance Helms. Now, many of you already know Pastor Vance because one of his responsibilities is what we are doing right now, children's ministry. Pastor Vance and his wife Catherine have 3 children, Maggie, Mimi, and Joby. So even though you may not get to see Pastor Vance over the next few Sundays, you and your family can continue praying for Pastor Vance and for his family and his ministry. Now, in our Bible study, we're at a very exciting time in God's plan. The Israelites are preparing to enter the land God promised them. You know they were excited. They were probably a little anxious about what was ahead for them. So that's why our memory verse of the month is so important, because God reminds Joshua and the Israelites, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Now that's something we all need to be reminded of right now, isn't it? So as the Israelites prepared to enter the promised land, they faced an obstacle, the Jordan River. So God stopped the rushing water to help them cross. And after they crossed the river, the water began to flow again. And God told Joshua to take 12 stones from the middle of the river and make a memorial. So in the future, people could tell others about what God had done. So at last, God's people were in the promised land. But now they had another challenge. They had to conquer the people living in the land. The first city they came to was Jericho. And God told Joshua that he had handed the city over to Israel. The people of Jericho were afraid because they had heard about what God had done for the Israelites. Now there was one woman who helped the Israelites, and her name was Rahab. By faith, Rahab believed God would win the battle. She asked that they would show mercy to Rahab and to her family. So God told Joshua and the Israelites how to defeat Jericho. They were to march around the city one time each day for 6 days. Then on the 7th day, march around the city 7 times. Then the priest would blow their trumpets, and all the people would shout, and the walls would fall down. They did God just as God commanded, and the walls fell down flat, just as God said it they would. The Israelites went into the city and they captured it. They kept Rahab safe, and Rahab and her family received mercy. Now this is a great story, but like all the Old Testament stories we have been studying, they all point to Jesus. Today, because Jesus has won against sin and death, everyone who trusts in Jesus receives mercy and becomes part of God's forever family. Next week, we'll take a look at how Israel continued and actually took the land that God had promised them. Don't forget to ask your parents about that email that we are going to send them and help you with our verse of the month, Joshua 1, 8, and 9. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you again next Sunday.